hey, you guys worked an unprecedented movie event.
Barbenheimer mania is here.
We made millions upon millions of dollars.
Barbie and Oppenheimer brought moviegoers back to the theaters in record numbers.
We served thousands of guests.
The film is so popular, it took me 2 hours to find tickets.
Here's nothing.
We were raking in millions of dollars on these movies just at our location alone, and yet all of us were just paycheck to paycheck, struggling, scraping to get by.
They like to pretend that they don't have money when we just had like a record year.
Alamo Drafthouse workers across the country are unionizing in an effort to restore the beloved dine-in movie chain to its original glory. Workers say ever since Alamo was taken over by a private equity giant, they're overworked, underpaid, and tired of getting injured for a company that refuses to fairly compensate them for their labor.
The Alamo Drafthouse is a dine-in movie theater. We provide full table service. We're like a restaurant at the movie theater.
For servers, that's crouching, extremely physical activities the entire duration of their shifts, and that leads to injuries. It's pretty regular to see my coworkers in a knee brace, in a wrist brace, working while injured and just making those injuries worse and worse because of the company's poor workman's comp situation.
Barbenheimer generated 300,000 ticket sales for the Alamo Drafthouse across the country. Box office for that was like a record-breaking, I think it was like $300 million. We were definitely short-staffed.
I was working 50, 60-hour weeks for a few weeks at a time when Barbenheimer first came out. We ended up receiving an email from our management that was just bragging about how much money the Barbenheimer release made and how many guests we served and how much food we served, and then we got no reward other than them saying thank you to us in that email while bragging about their millions of dollars in profits.
The pandemic killed business for most businesses, but especially an in-person business like a theater, and Alamo went bankrupt. In 2020, the private equity firm Altamont Capital performed a leveraged buyout of our company. Essentially, Altamont came in like a vulture and bought us out. It's clear that management's philosophy has shifted pretty drastically since the buyout.
Private equity firms love to pretend that they are still embodying the values of the places that they take over, like parasites cosplaying as mom-pop shops, but that is not true. They are play acting, being local and fun and independent and so renegade. That is not who they are. They are lying, and they are going to keep abusing both their workers and the people that they're supposed to serve in pursuit of profit margins as they strip away all of the things that made the Alamo a unique place just to build up their bottom lines.
The conditions at Alamo have definitely gotten worse since I started working. Things have kind of just fallen through the cracks. Due to mismanagement, my paycheck was incorrect for a couple of months. Scheduling has gotten crazy. People are called in on their days off. People have to stay for a surprise 10-hour shift because lack of scheduling appropriate coverage, and that's pretty routine at this point.
Alamo offers benefits for, I believe, over 20 hours an hour worked, which for some of our servers, they'll be lucky if they're scheduled that. And people have gone through situations where they've been on insurance, and because they took a week off, they fall below the threshold, and then your insurance falls out from under you.
I was uninsured for long swaths of time, both medically and for my car, and I was arrested during that time because of my lack of insurance. I was unable to pay those bills because of my lack of sustainable pay. People were tired and frustrated and done with being a part of one of the most successful industries in our country and still being the bottom crust, essentially, in terms of how we're treated and how we're paid. It was just such a consistent trend among my conversations with folks that I realized that something had to change and we had to start doing something about it.
2 months later, in December, they fire a guy at our store for unionizing.
Word got out that I and a few of our other coworkers were involved with organizing. I was pulled to the side in our empty bar and sat down and She looked at me and said, listen, we're firing you. This is how it has to be. But it was too late when they terminated me because Sloan's Lake, 2 months later, went on to win their card check with over 60% of the vote.
The employees at my location signed a union authorization card, which basically let us know that we had 65% of staff ready to form a union.
On Friday, May 31st, workers at M's store in Westminster, Colorado officially won their union.
Alamo bills itself as the best damn cinema in the world, and what this union's goals are is to bring the experience that we deliver to customers to its workers. The union effort in our local stores is only going to be growing. With New York unionizing, now Colorado, this is not slowing down by any means.
If you love movies, if you are someone who cares about cinema and about filmmaking and the craft, you should care about the people who bring that to you. You should care about the people who serve that need and who bring that to you. It's the reason that the writer strikes were important. It's the reason that the Directors Guild and the Actors Guild all took action to build their communities up, and it should be the same reason you support us in this pursuit, because we are also a part of that industry.
Thanks for watching. We hope you liked this video. To see more stories like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more Perfect Union. And if there's a story you think we should investigate, let us know in the comments below.